I'm quite sure at this point that this is the best pop-up grade figure I have reviewed so far this year. Hi everyone and welcome back to X-Kurogane Studio. I'm Steven. Today's figure review is a follow-up of my previous one on Houshou Marine. If you haven't watched that one, please do check her out. For today, I will be reviewing this figure right here. This is Max Factory Pop-Up Raid Series Sakura Miko from Hololive as well, a VTuber. So this time around, Max Factory is in charge of this figure of Sakura Miko. Unlike Houshou Marine, which was under Good Smile, Sakura Miko is slightly cheaper than Houshou Marine at 4,900 yen. Meanwhile, Marine was 5,500 yen, so there is a 600 yen difference. And curiously enough, Sakura Miko here is slightly larger than Houshou Marine, which I have already mentioned in my previous review of this figure over here. We are not just talking about the differences in their height, but the scale is also slightly different, where as you can see, Sakura Miko's head is slightly larger than Marine's too. So I have no idea what is going on with this inconsistency, but I don't think it will be a major turn off for anyone. Bigger is always better. Sakura Miko was actually released a month earlier than Marine. She was released back in August while Marine was in September, though I have just purchased both of them recently and they were shipped together to me from Ami. So before we check out this figure of Sakura Miko, I would like to show you guys something interesting about their boxes. So on my left, this is the box for Sakura Miko, the right is for Houshou Marine. So despite Sakura Miko being a slightly taller or larger figure than Marine, her box is way smaller. Maybe because, well, that jacket of Marine required a larger box to protect the figure from damages during shipping. Moving on to the actual figure itself, this is where Max Factory shines compared to Good Smile Company. I would even go as far as saying this is possibly the best pop-up grade figure I have reviewed this year so far. Yeah, in the entire year 2022. While I have not reviewed that many pop-up grade figures, but among all of those I have reviewed, this is the most well-made so far, both in sculpture and the paintwork. The sculpture is very precise, very clean. Well, you don't have any unsightly or ugly mold lines, no irregularities to be seen. If I were to show you these macro videos of her face and her body, her torso, her entire outfit, I wouldn't blame you if you would mistake this figure for a slightly more expensive scale figure, maybe a 1/8 scale for 12,000 yen. Yeah, she is that well made compared to other pop-up grade figures by Good Smile I reviewed recently. Well, Usada Pekora was also made by Max Factory. That was a fairly decent pop-up grade figure. Yeah, she was already slightly better than many other pop-up grade figures out there, but this figure of Sakura Miko over here takes it a notch higher. It is even better. The paint job is very clean, very neat. There may be no weathering or shading because this is a low-cost figure, but outside of that, the paintwork is very clean and precise. You can't find any flaws. There is no bleeding or any weird stuff going on like what happened to Houshou Marine. And lastly, the support of this figure, the base. Yeah, I'm not going to repeat about the color of the base again, which I don't like the color at all. However, this one single foot being plugged into the base might be a concern to some of you. You guys might question the durability of it. Yeah, the figure does wobble a bit if shaken, as you can see, but nothing too bad. And given that this is a very lightweight figure, I doubt that the long-term durability is going to be an issue. Well, unless you display your figures in a very hot and humid room. Like the weather in my country anyways, yeah, you need to keep the temperature in your rooms in check. This would be the first time I highly recommend a pop-up parade figure, I guess, and it happens to be this figure of Sakura Miko. So if you are interested in her, please go out and get one before it is too late, because from what I have observed so far, regardless of the quality issues of a Hololive figure, they tend to go up in value over time, gradually. It is not immediate. If you were to buy one today, 2 or 3 months after release, it is not yet too late, but I can't say the same 6 months later. I remember seeing Korone. Korone's value went up to 9,000 yen or so. It was kind of ridiculous given that the figure wasn't that good to begin with, but once again, character popularity trumps everything else. So there you have it, Pop-Up Parade Sakura Miko by Max Factory. If you do have any questions, please do drop it down in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you guys again soon. Goodbye.